7 months ago when they passed the banker takeover bill, that money was going to be used to buy up local banks that could keep the economy going. Solvent banks. And if the banks don't want to sell, federal regulators come in and say, you are forced to sell. This is on record. Just like GM said, no, we're not going to take our healthy Hummer division, and we're not going to make any money, and we're not going to take our Opel division that's making money in Europe and give it to the big banks, predominantly Russian. And no, we're not going to give Saturn to the Brazilians and the Mexicans. And Obama said, you're fired. Yes, you are. And on top of hacking up GM, and no one is even writing about this. There is just earth-shattering level events going on to our economy every day, and no one points out how insane it is. I mean, it's in the AP and Bloomberg and the financial pages about, the federal government's giving billions of dollars to this new private equity firm. You track back the names. They're all Bilderberg. They're all royalty. They're all New World Order. They're paying Brazil billions. They're paying Russia billions. They're paying China billions. They're paying Europe billions. Private banking firms to take the already built new factories. GM already built most of its new factories in Mexico and Brazil and Europe and Russia and China in the last 10 years. This whole implosion of the economy is just a smokescreen for the transfer that was already underway. Where are Walmart's factories? China. Where's Target's factories? China. They brag about it. It was meant to displace Main Street and kill the little towns. It was meant to make everybody dependent on the prisons and Walmart in little towns, or on the power plant in little towns. We're all sharecroppers to the New World Order. And now there's families and farms holding on everywhere as we go into the Depression, and the feds are coming in with the animal ID, premises ID, to shut everything down. Openly shutting the family farms and ranching and gardening, bills to ban gardening without licenses, SWAT teams raiding Amish selling milk and cheese, SWAT teams raiding people selling watermelons and eggs. Don't believe me? Just search engine it. It's every day. We are going into technocratic bondage. You think black slaves 150, 200 years ago were allowed to grow their own crops, have their own food, have their own weapons, have their own land? No, because having weapons and having your own land and being self-sufficient means you are sovereign. We are going into scientific domestication right now. And the AP reported the facts yesterday. Here's the AP from yesterday. All businesses bond market rout lifts mortgage costs. This is important. I'm going to cover this again than the latest news, because I saw the YouTube video of this posted when I was simulcasting at prisonplanet.tv yesterday, and people didn't understand what I was saying. Let me make it very clear for you now, because I do have a tendency to go into too many details and not simplify, make my statement, and then prove it. I just go ahead and prove it. And it goes over people's heads. This is very simple. Headline, AP. All businesses bond market rout lifts mortgage cost. The Federal Reserve announced a $1.2 trillion plan 3 months ago designed to push down mortgage rates and breathe life into the housing market. That is a complete lie. We're going to go over the evidence of that. But this and other big government spending programs are turning out to have the opposite effect. Rates and mortgages and U.S. Treasury debt are now marching higher as nervous bond investors fret about a resurgence of inflation. And then it goes into how they can cut interest rates, the prime rate, to zero. That's only for big banks. For citizens, it goes up. What happens when greedy criminal banks get $14.8 trillion of our tax money? They don't turn around and loan it at low interest to the American people or the people of Canada or the people of Mexico or the people of Europe or England or Australia. They hoard the money. That's money so they cannot loan. They've done this in hundreds of other countries. We knew what they would do. I told you exactly what they do. They do the same thing. It's like the parable of the frog and the scorpion, and there's a river, a creek. It's a creek in the old, I think it's an African parable. It's a creek, a little fjord, a little stream, and there's a frog sitting there, and a scorpion comes over and he says, "Oh, Mr. Frog, you're so nice," knowing the frog has a nice demeanor, good-natured. He says, "Will you carry me across? I can't swim." And the frog says, "Mr. Scorpion, you are a scorpion. You will sting me. You will kill me." And he said, No, I want to be your friend. I just want to go across. Will you take me across?" And the frog, being trusting, says, "Yes, I will take you across if you promise." And he says, "I promise." So the scorpion climbs on his back and the frog swims across. And when he gets to the other side, the scorpion jumps off, says, "Thank you," stings him. And as the frog lays there dying in excruciating pain, he says, "Why did you sting me? Why did you lie?" He said, "I'm a scorpion. I'm an international crime syndicate banker. We openly run giant child kidnapping rings. We finance the fascist and the communist. We funded Hitler. We funded eugenics. We're going to enslave you. We're predators. We think it's fun to do it. And you are gullible slaves like the frog, and you sit there and you take it." Well, I am neither frog nor scorpion. I am neither wolf nor sheep. I'm a sheepdog, as the founding fathers described it. And I hate wolves. And the sheep won't listen to me. They like to, when the wolf comes over and goes, "Psst, hey, come over here in the woods with me. I want to show you something really neat. I'm your friend. Don't listen to that stupid sheepdog. He's trying to keep you from having a great time, and he's trying to be uppity and show off to you, trying to boss you around all day and tell you not to trust me. Come on in the woods. You'll show him." And the sheep, being sheep, they like to march off in the woods. And even as the sheep on the hill with the sheepdog watch the wolves tear, you ever seen a wolf tear a sheep up? They got videos of it. Go to YouTube. In fact, later when we go live at prisonplanet.tv, let's show wolves killing sheep. Let's show that to everybody. I used the analogy yesterday of lions on the African savannah. I guess I know lions aren't on the savannah. They're in India and Asia. Used to be in the Middle East and in North Africa, but got hunted out. But regardless, yes, lions, I know, the pride animal, the pack cat. But I use the analogy of lions on the African savannah eating gazelles. That's what they do. So it's very simple. They always stage these economic implosions that they design. They destroy confidence, coming out and announcing we're going to have a depression. Henry Paulson, the Treasury Secretary, and everybody else, the Fed Chairman Bernanke. They have all their talking heads say we're doomed. That destroys confidence, drives down the stock market. They panic everybody into going, okay, we'll give you unlimited power, total secrecy. No one can investigate how much money you get. That was in the bill. It wasn't a bailout. It was a takeover. A bloodless coup d'etat, dictatorial powers given to Emperor Palpatine. And then now we're here 7 months later, and the average interest rate that somebody's paying on a house has gone from about 5% to about 8%. And the average you were paying on a car has gone from 1% to about 9%. And credit cards have gone from on average about 15% to about 25 to 30%. And the bankers are laughing, buying everything up for pennies on the dollar, and they want to depress things more so they can shake you out of your houses, your farms, your businesses. And they are. And then they're going to turn paramilitary police loose on you. They're going to hurt us real bad until we grow a backbone and get up on our hind legs.
When you hear the words water purification, what comes to mind? If it's Berkey Water Purification Systems, this message is for you. Did you know that over 60% of municipal water contains fluoride at less than 2 cents per gallon? Berkey water filters purify treated and untreated water, remove dangerous chlorine, fluoride, and contaminants from municipal water. These filters are powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, making them perfect for rainwater collection systems. From the smallest to the largest systems, BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has what you need. With your system purchase, you'll receive a shower filter, a fluoride filter, or 2 Sport Berkey bottles absolutely free. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com would like to offer GCN listeners 5% off all ceramic filter systems and ship all orders over $50 free of charge. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. Or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY today.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as